we are going to start our wonderful award ceremony to congratulate the 50 best law firms for women. Can we hear a round of applause, please? That's what we're here to celebrate.
A couple of weeks ago, I felt like I was caught in a firestorm of some of the bad statistics that Carol was talking about a couple of minutes ago. I was in a cab on the way to a meeting at the Department of Justice, and I heard on NPR the recent study where 1 year out of college, there is a significant wage gap between men and women. The very next day, I was at an event where I heard that 70% of all staff lawyers are female. And the day after that, and I promise, I was not looking for these statistics, they just kept finding me. I heard the statistics that we're stuck at 15% of all equity partners are female, and in fact, we've actually lost a percentage. And I was feeling really badly about those statistics. That very weekend, my niece called from college to tell me that she is considering going to law school. Now, I love what I do, and I've been extremely lucky to be at McGuireWoods, which has supported me through 3 maternity leaves and made me an equity partner when I was part-time. So I, of course, was very encouraging. But I kept sitting there thinking, what is the hope and what is the solution for these statistics? But I will tell you that when I sit in a room like this one, and in the summit room where I was this morning, I realize that's the hope and that's the solution. The hope and solution are the managing partners of the 50 best law firms who understand that having great female talent and female leaders is not just the right thing to do, but is a business imperative because of the changing demographics of the workforce and the fact that our clients demand diverse teams. It's also the hope and solution for some of the women that I get to work with at McGuireWoods. Kim Kacheris, who drafted a cutting-edge parental leave policy that allows a ramp-up when people come back. Joy Fuhr, who is creating connections between our women so there are opportunities for mentorship and sponsorship. Christina Egan, who was the deputy chief at the U.S. Attorney's Office and was blazing trails while raising 3, and now as of August, 4 daughters. And the hope and solution is Working Mother magazine. You hear strategists say all the time that we only treasure what we measure. Well, before the 50 best law firms, I'm not sure there was any basis for measurement. But now there is. There's a standard and there's a litmus test that's going to move that needle. So now I sit here not only hopeful, but confident that if my niece is sitting here 20 years from now in a room like this, or my daughter, if she chooses to be a lawyer like mommy, or my sons, and if I'm raising them right, they'd be happy to be in a room like this, they will not be looking at disheartening statistics, but celebrating success. Thank you to Working Mother magazine for putting McGuireWoods on your 50 best law firms list.
I have been given a lot of opportunities to do incredible work and work on really interesting cases. And I have never felt that I have been denied or kept back from the work that I'd like to do because I'm a woman. In fact, I think sometimes it's been an advantage. The mentors and the senior partners from the very beginning always gave me a good opportunity to prove myself. Best career advice I ever received is essentially to always make it known that you are willing to do the job that nobody else wants to do, and that being available and willing to do whatever people actually need you to do will make you eventually invaluable and hopefully ensure that you get the kind of plum assignments that make your work more enjoyable and keep you engaged, especially after you have children, because the more the children pull for your time, the more it's important to be engaged in what you're doing at work to make it a compelling use of your time. The advice that I would give to a new woman coming into the firm would be to make it known that she is available and willing to work hard and to make her success known. Have a lot of face time with the people that you're reporting to, and make sure that you, especially if you are going to be balancing your child's life and your work life, is to make sure that you let people around you know what you're doing so that they can be sure that you're fulfilling their needs and that you remain a visible force within the firm. My mother was a working person herself. My father had a stroke when he was 45, and she eventually had to go back full-time. She was a part-time real estate broker, became a full-time real estate broker, and gives me the confidence to realize that you can actually raise children and work hard, and they will not necessarily come out crazy. So No. No, and my husband's mother also was a full-time nurse. She worked nights, and so it helps that he came from that same background, that his mother worked and he perceives that he had a decent childhood and became a successful person, and so having that support at home is also very important. You need a spouse or someone else that's helping you and supporting your work.